Is this the NFL equivalent of a staring contest? And are the Atlanta Falcons blinking first? After weeks of intense speculation, whispers of trades, and the tantalizing possibility of Kirk Cousins heading to a new team, it seems the Falcons are pumping the brakes. Just when the league's quarterback injury woes seem to create a perfect storm for a Cousins deal, new reports suggest Atlanta isn't actively shopping their veteran signal caller. But is this a genuine change of heart or a strategic retreat from an untenable position? Are the Falcons truly content to keep Cousins on the bench? Or is this just another twist in a saga defined by his massive, seemingly untradeable contract? The narrative around Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons has been a roller coaster of anticipation and reality checks. Initially, the idea of Cousins being a trade chip gained significant traction, especially as starting quarterbacks across the league began to fall to injury. It felt like a natural fit, a proven veteran, a team with a backup role for him, and desperate contenders needing a reliable arm. However, according to Diana Rossini of The Athletic, the Falcons are now stating they are not trying to trade him at the moment. This shift in stance is a fascinating development, suggesting that despite the perceived opportunities, the complexities surrounding Cousins' contract are simply too great to overcome in the immediate future. It's a stark reminder that in the NFL, even when the stars seem to align, financial realities often dictate the ultimate outcome. The core issue, the elephant in every room where a Kirk Cousins trade is discussed, remains his colossal contract. Cousins, by all accounts, still harbors a desire to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Yet, his current deal with the Falcons is proven to be an almost insurmountable obstacle. Rossini reiterated on her Scoop City podcast that any potential trade partner would need to absorb the entirety of his remaining fully guaranteed salary for this season, which started at $27.5 million. As of week 2, that figure had already dropped to $24.44 million, continuing to decrease by $1.53 million each week. While the number shrinks, the principle remains. A team must take on a significant financial burden for a player who, in most cases, would be a temporary solution. This isn't just a high price tag. It's a poison pill for many franchises, making even a short-term acquisition a long-term financial headache. The financial constraints are not merely theoretical. They are concrete barriers. According to Over the Cap, only 5 teams currently possess enough salary cap space to comfortably fit Cousins' remaining salary without significant maneuvering. And even within that small pool, the options quickly diminish. The Commanders and 49ers, for instance, are among those 5, and while they're indeed grappling with quarterback injuries, they already prefer replacements in place. This means that even if they could afford him, they have no real incentive to pursue Cousins. The situation further highlights the limited market for a player with such a substantial contract, regardless of his on-field capabilities. It's a testament to the meticulous financial planning required in the NFL, where every dollar and every contract clause can make or break a potential deal. The financial entanglement extends beyond the current season, adding another layer of complexity to any potential trade. Cousins also carries a $10 million guaranteed salary for the 2026 season. This means that acquiring him this year isn't just a short-term fix. It's a multi-year financial commitment. For teams already navigating tight cap situations, or those looking to build for the future with their own young talent, taking on such a long-term obligation for a veteran backup is a tough sell. Consider the Minnesota Vikings, a team with less than $16 million in cap space, who are reportedly content with Carson when stepping in for the injured J.J. McCarthy. Their financial situation, combined with their commitment to their young quarterback, effectively takes them out of the running. This multi-year financial commitment is a significant deterrent, turning what might seem like a straightforward trade into a complex, long-term strategic decision. Beyond the numbers, there's a more fundamental issue at play: how other teams perceive Kirk Cousins' value and his remaining prime. James Palmer, co-host of Scoop City, suggests that many teams view Cousins' contract as a poison pill not just financially, but also in terms of his on-field production. There's a growing sentiment that his best days might be behind him, making teams hesitant to invest heavily in him, even as a stopgap. This perception, whether entirely fair or not, significantly impacts his trade market. If teams don't see him as a clear upgrade over their existing options, or believe his performance doesn't justify the financial outlay, then even desperation won't drive them to make a deal. It's a harsh reality for any veteran player. The league is always looking for the next big thing, and past performance, while respected, doesn't always translate into future demand, especially at a steep price. As the trade deadline approaches, Cousins' remaining salary will indeed become more manageable, dropping to a more palatable $13.75 million. This reduction might, in theory, make him a more attractive option for teams that are still desperately seeking a quarterback upgrade. However, even at a lower price point, he would still need to be perceived as a significant improvement over their current alternatives. And this is where his limited tape from the 2025 season becomes a problem. Without extensive playing time to demonstrate his current capabilities, it's unlikely he'll be able to shift the league's perception of his value before the deadline. This catch-22 situation, needing to play to prove his worth but not playing because he's a backup, effectively seals his fate for the current season. The most likely outcome, then, is that Kirk Cousins will remain with the Falcons through this year, with both parties likely eyeing a separation in the next offseason, when his contract can be more easily navigated. So, the Kirk Cousins trade saga, for now, appears to be on hold. The Falcons, faced with an unyielding market and an unmovable contract, seem to have accepted that their high demands simply won't be met. This leaves them with a veteran quarterback on the bench, a significant financial commitment, and a clear path towards a likely separation next offseason. It's a fascinating example of how even a talented player can become an untradeable asset when the financial pieces don't align. What are your thoughts on the Falcons' decision to hold on to Cousins? Do you think they should have lowered their demands, or is it smart to wait until next offseason? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on all things Atlanta Falcons.